everybody, I'd like to start off today's video by wishing everybody a happy new year and hoping that 2025 is a year of happiness and healthiness for you all. I thought I'd start off this first video with my first video of 2025, sort of rounding up 2024 and hopefully then introducing some things that I really plan on using in my videos throughout 2025. Now, I do have an art haul, but it's not something I regularly do on my channel. I do them every now and again if I think there are things that I've got that are interesting. I don't tend to buy a lot of art supplies anymore because I do just have so many, and I'm sort of trying to cut down on my consumption of things quite a lot. But it was, as well as being Christmas in December, it was also my birthday just a few days before Christmas. So this is sort of like a mixture of things. And I did only ask for craft and art supplies for both of those occasions. I know that some people who do crafty and arty videos on YouTube tend to not ask for craft supplies or art supplies because they do so much during the year, but I am actually the opposite way. I don't tend to, I'm not really big into different clothes, I'm not big into makeup or perfumes or anything like that. So for me, it makes sense to ask for things that I would really love to have, but I possibly wouldn't buy for myself because I sort of think, oh, well, I've already got so many watercolours, or I've already got so many brushes, and they're a bit more, maybe more expensive, or they're just a repeat of what sort of things I already have. So I sort of use it as that opportunity. So this is what I got. It's a all sort of, you should relate to it because in my previous videos you will have seen me talk about certain brands. So I want to actually start off with one brand that I know that I've spoken to about recently. This was a brand that was in my supplies that sparked joy in 2024, which is the Core watercolours. Now I've already got the High Chroma and the Earth colours, and I really wanted the introductory set because one of the things I want to do this year is I want to spend a lot more time looking at colour mixing and mixing my own blends of different colours and playing around with that sort of thing and colour. So this was something I really wanted to add to my collection. So there are 6 colours. We've got Hansa Yellow Light, Pyrrole Red Light, Permanent Alizarin Crimson, Phthalo Blue, Ultramarine Blue and Burnt Sienna. So it's sort of like a primary set apart from the brown, and so you can mix a lot of colours. And what I will do is I will just be going through these quite quickly today. I won't be spending time opening them or swatching them because what I want to do is to make individual videos. So I will be making a video specifically about this Core palette, and I will be doing it in conjunction with this in this box. Now this was something I really wanted because my Core watercolours are in tubes. I wanted a lovely palette to put them into, and I saw this one, and this was the one I asked for, which is a Bowerbird palette. Now it's just an empty palette, but it's really quite heavy. It came with, I didn't realise it came with these little peanut brush stands, so they're so cute, super cute. So I'll put those over there, and I'll now move the box. So it's quite good because now I can start moving some of these boxes out of the way. And this I wanted to have especially for my Core watercolours because it is just absolutely beautiful, and I thought they deserved something special. But the special thing about this palette is it's actually a ceramic palette inside, and which is what I thought was different. So they're only tiny little wells, so it's not, you know, going to hold tons, but with the Core, because such a little amount of paint goes such a long way, I thought this would be lovely. Because currently, if I show you, which you may have seen if you've watched my video, this is how I've been storing my Core watercolours, which means that this ceramic palette at the moment I can't use for anything else. But also because it's not got a cover, I do worry about it getting dirty and dusty. I mean, it's working okay, and I won't just waste the paints in here, I will use them up. But then I've got this palette that I will fill, and I'm sort of thinking it's only got 16 wells and I've got 18 colours, so I'm thinking about what is going to be best for a really good sort of palette for me to use and be able to mix colours and so on. And I'm going to be doing that. I'll make a video specifically about that. So that's that sort of to go with my Core. And then I had one more paint that I wanted to try because I've seen these paints around a lot on YouTube, and a lot of people have said how good they are, and they're not badly priced. They're quite reasonable. They're full pans, which really attracted me as well. And these are the Rosa Gallery, and I went for the classic set. I asked for the classic set, I should say, because again, I want to be doing lots of mixing and things like that this year. So this is the Rosa Gallery. Again, I will do a separate video where I swatch these out and use them. I notice everybody likes lots of packaging, which means they're nicely protected. I love the colour of the tin. It's one of my favourite colours. And then we've got a little swatch card, and then we've got 12 pans of, full pans of watercolours. So we've got cadmium lemon, cadmium yellow light, cadmium red light, madder red, green, emerald green, I can't read that, I think it's cobalt blue, ultramarine, yellow ochre, umber, sepia and black, neutral black. So I thought that would be a nice sort of starter to see how I get along with these paints. So I'll pop those up there as well. I'm now making a tower over there, so let's hope that doesn't fall. Keeping on with the sort of colour medium theme, I love my Posca pens. I didn't put them in my video about products that spark joy, because these are an ongoing product that I've had for years that I really love. And the ones that I use the most in my work are the white, the gold and the black. Silver, not quite so much, but all those sort of neutral type colours. So when I saw these being sort of shown in different videos, they sparked my interest, because these are by Copic. I have no Copic pens whatsoever. I have a Hoohoo alcohol markers. I also have Spectrum Noir Illustrator alcohol markers, just a few. So I haven't invested in Copic because alcohol markers aren't really my thing. But when I saw these were paint markers, I was interested, because I do find sometimes with my Poscas that they can be a bit spattery, they can flood a bit sometimes, and they can be a bit difficult sometimes to get the colour flowing. So I did then last year bought some of the Artex markers, but these are a brush tip, and I find that I like them if I'm using them on smooth paper, but if you're using them on anything rough, it can sort of scrub the ends up a little bit. So I wanted something else, so I just asked for the Essentials set, because I've realised now, as I've got loads of different colours of acrylic markers, that I don't really use them that much. The ones I use the most are these sort of like basic range. So this one contains a white, the black, silver, gold, a grey and a sepia or a brown. No, yeah, sepia. Snow white, rich black, cool grey, sepia, gold and silver. So it's sort of like and it is literally called the Essentials. So it's the colours that I would use the most. So I thought that would be interesting to try it. So I will use those. I will swatch them out and everything, try them out, have a look at them, compare them to my Poscas, compare them to the Artex, see what I think, and then use them in a project. So that's another product. And finally, on the colour theme, this is really left field for me. I am not a pastel person, but for some reason I just have had this little bit of an urge that I wanted to try some oil pastels. Now, I have had oil pastels in the past. I bought the Faber-Castell ones on a whim when I was in a shop one day. They were on a special price. They were quite cheap, and I bought them. I brought them home. I couldn't stand them. They were really difficult to blend. And then when I looked, then I looked at the reviews, because that's the way you shouldn't do things, isn't it? And that's what people were saying. They're not very good for pastels. And I was quite disappointed, because I love Faber-Castell. I have lots of their different products. I love their pit pens. I love their gelatos. So I thought that they would be good. But these ones I did actually look up, because I was looking for ones that were reasonably priced, because I don't know if I'm going to really like them, but were a good quality. And these ones by Mungio Gallery by Mungio, Artist Soft Oil Pastels, came up as ones that people said were good for value for money and were a nice sort of starterish type set. So I got the 48. Well, I didn't get. I asked for the 48 assorted colours. They came beautiful, like really well wrapped in bubble wrap and everything. So this is the colours, and I just think they just look gorgeous, don't they? Don't they look gorgeous? But so I'm going to be using these at some point. I'll swatch them out. If people want to see me swatching them out, let me know in the comments if that's something you'd like to see. and then using them. I'll probably be using them more as finishing touches on abstracts and things like that, rather than in like a oil pastel painting, because as we know, I tend to not really do sort of fine art, so to speak. I do abstract things. Oh, they all come in boxes with sleeves, I've noticed this year. It seems to be the thing. Oh, I can't get that back in there for now, so I'll put that to the side. Now, I also asked I was really looking for a hot pressed sketchbook watercolour, 100% cotton, 300 GSM, and I found this one, well, this one and a bigger one by Paul Rubens, and I thought that I'd asked for the bigger one when I've got the smaller one, but I'll still use it. But so it was not really the size. So what I have done is, since then, with some money I've was given for my birthday, I've ordered a different brand but of watercolour sketchbook, but this time actually a cold press. I found it really hard to find hot pressed watercolour sketchbooks. The reason I wanted hot press is because I do have a lot of stamps, and stamping obviously onto cold press can sometimes be a little bit more challenging. So I thought it'd be nice to have one sketchbook where I could stamp into and use that more finely. I do use my stamps a lot in like texture and things like that, but I wanted one where I could stamp proper images to colour with watercolours. But I will use it and we'll have a little play around with that. And if you watched my supplies at Spark Joy, you will know that I did put my Artway brushes into that video. Oh, lovely. But I did say I was going to get into my brushes a little bit more, so I did ask for this set of Neptune by Princeton watercolour brushes. Now, I've seen Denise Love. I will link Denise's channel in my video description, because if you like the products I have got today, you will probably love her channel if you haven't already subscribed, because she uses a lot of what I've also asked for. She uses these brushes all the time in her abstract work, mixed media abstract work. So I really wanted to have some really lovely brushes. Now, I wouldn't normally buy probably brushes that were as expensive as this, but I don't know, I'm hoping you get what you pay for, and this is a lovely weight to it. Now, they've all got sizing in at the moment, so I won't start messing about with them, because I will give them a good clean and get rid of all of that inside there. But it's got this is the Aquarelle 3/4 inch flat brush. We've got a round size 4, which I do love, a small round brush. Excuse me. A round size 12, which is again a lovely size. And then what I really like was this one, this oval wash. I love the shape of it. I'm hoping it keeps that shape. So those I am really excited. And now I've shown them to you, I can wash them out and start using them. And I couldn't not ask for some more of Marta's beautiful books. So this one is not one of her newest books. This is actually one of her older books. And again, if you watched my video about what I loved in 2024, these were on the list. And this one is the Botanica Volume 1. I'll do very, very quick look, because I'm going to do a separate video flipping through these. And then this came out more recently. Now, this really interested me, because this is a background, but if I just show you one page, so this is right up my street. This is really what I love, and I love the mixture of the music notes, the script, the muted colours, the blendedness, the textures. This is the sort of thing I would create myself, so this would be lovely. And I think what I will do is I will make a video where I show you both these books, and then I make a project using them both. So they are absolutely stunning. And also my other favourite collage books is Collage Soup. And so I asked for this one, which is Hey Diddle Diddle, because this is absolutely stunning. I love it. It's got lots of sort of space themed, which is orange, because my son, who is 13, he has really got into space in the last year, and he got lots of space related presents for Christmas, like a telescope and books and science, space facts, and so. And I thought it's quite funny that I've then actually gone for this sort of spacey themed collage, and this it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. A real mixture of vintage images. And then I love at the back as well, you've got all these really large butterflies. There's some paper doll. Oh, I love that one. Some paper dolls, things. Absolutely. There you go, paper dolls. So really interesting book. So again, I will make a video flipping through this one and then making a project with that. And finally, as I said, I've decided that I don't do resolutions. I don't do resolutions at all, because I think that if I want to do something, I will do it whatever time of the year it is. I will make a decision and I will try to stick to it. I don't like resolutions because I feel that it puts a pressure on you at the start of a year and it's easy to fail. And if you don't achieve that resolution, you do feel like you failed. And I don't like that feeling. I feel like you should be nurtured to get things done, not made to feel like a failure. But I think that I'm going to decide that 2025 is going to be the year of colour for me. The year of experimenting with colour, the year of trying out different combinations, different mixes, all things to do with colour. I love colour. And so this book here, I did have on my wish list. Nobody bought it for me. So when I had my bit of birthday money, I bought this book. And I know that a lot of people have the Sarah Renee Clark cards, which are in the big blocks. I work off my dining room table with a cupboard next to me. I don't have a studio. I have very limited space. So for me, although they are beautiful, those cards, it would take up way too much. I wouldn't have anywhere to put them. So for me, this book, I can slot on my cart next to me and I can pull it out really easily. And it sort of does the same sort of thing. It's got different picked photographs and then the colour chart to go with it, so a colour palette, so you can like just have a play around with different combinations. So I thought that would be ideal for me. This is also published by Amazon, and I noticed it's got the same as Marta's books. It's got that beautiful velvety matte cover that I really love. So that was one I got that I want to use in my videos as well within the coming year to sort of spark some different ideas. And then I also asked for this book, Colour Harmony for Artists, How to Transform Inspiration into Beautiful Watercolour Palettes and Paintings. And this book is by Anna Victoria Calderon, and I have actually already got this book, which I bought during 2024, which is the Watercolour Textures for Artists, which is a really beautiful book. And it's not like a tutorial. They're not tutorial books. They're more sort of inspiration books, I would say. There's a little bit of tutorial in it. This one probably more so than the colour one, where she does give you some sort of instruction on how to create different textures and things within watercolour, a bit about supplies and things like that. But then it has a lot of, so it does have some. But this has more. This is more, it has a little bit about colour at the start, not tons, about the colour wheel, different types of colour theory. But then what it does have, again, it has lots of sort of inspiration. So an inspiration picture, and then a colour swatch of the colours that come from that picture, and then some sort of an inspiration of what she created from it. So I have to say, I do love this one, and I want to do something similar to that within a video at some point. So it's lots, again, of inspiration and colour palettes, and I will have a look at that one in a video as well. So that is what I got for Christmas and my birthday for 2024, and what I am intending to use and make videos with in 2025. So I hope you, if you haven't already, will hit that subscribe button so that you can see how this all turns out. And if you've enjoyed this video, do please give it a thumbs up and a like. And I wish you all again a very happy 2025, and keep crafting, keep enjoying those supplies, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. So thank you for watching. Bye.